down, Ishmael also hands Kane a small package. This contains a uniform for the academy. You're going to need to go put it on at some point so we can make sure that it fits. And then after that, we'll be able to get you inside.
I love this idea.
Now, Malric, you're good at forgery, if I remember correctly, right?
If I'm good at forgery, yeah.
Alright, what I need you to do is I need you to forge a nice little note that says, your little friend Mick here is on his way to the academy. He has gotten a letter of acceptance from you. Now, what I have here is another letter of acceptance that I've procured through various means. All I need you to do is transcribe it down, and then he can bring it to the front.
Yeah, I mean, but with the direct copy, it's even easier.
It has a different name in it. They're all personalized, so you have to change the names in that one to match.
Yeah,
Kane.
it should be easy.
How come I don't get a uniform, man?
Because you're not adorable.
Because you're not the magic one sneaking into the academy.
I could be magic if I want to.
We should be able to guide Nick to some extent.
Well, that's the thing is now that you have as long as you do the forgery good enough, he should be able to just walk in the front gate.
Yeah, but still, he should be able to show us where we need to go.
Kane, after that, it's pretty much up to your ability to go in there and get shit done.
Sounds good to me.
The dexterity roll, 17.
You were still able to successfully forge the document and replace the old document user's name with Mick's. You do successfully do that, so you roll that back up and you hand that to Mick as well. So now Ishmael says, whenever you guys are ready, you can start instituting this because you're gonna need Kane to do a decent amount of recon to figure out how to get into the Arch Mage's chambers to use the crystal ball. Okay, so you guys are all set to enact your plan. Kane, like I said before, you have the forged note and you have the initiate's uniform, which you're dressed in. And you guys are ready to get going. Because now, well, actually, it's mainly Kane that has to go through with this part of the plan. It's more, you guys are more going to have to wait. Well, because Kane, you have to go inside, you have to get through the gates at Spellweaver Academy and somehow get up into the Arch Mage's room to see how to get there in order to get to that crystal ball.
Let's go.
All right, so you're going to go up to the main gate. Again, you're in kind of the town that's surrounding the area, so you're going to go up to the main gate, and you're going to go up to the first guard.
Hello.
Hi, you be an initiate? Can I see your handwritten note, please?
Here you go, my good man.
All right, he opens the letter and takes a look at it, so he's going to have to roll to make sure that he's not able to discern that it is a forgery. Keep in mind, he's probably seen hundreds of these. Oh, he rolled a 15. So he looks at it a little inquisitively and then looks down at you. You might need to give him a little bit of extra convincing.
Alright, well, I'm going to roll persuasion then. Be like, it wasn't written by the normal person. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. You rolled an 18, so you can pick how you want to convince him.
Sorry, it was written in a little bit of a hurry, so it might not look like the other ones.
The T's do look very similar to the T's I normally see. Maybe he was just in a rush for some shorthand. Here you go. You can go inside. Make sure you go to the big building in order to register and get your dormitory.
Thank you very much.
Aye, laddie. And he steps aside and allows you to enter.
So,
Onward!
are we going into the sewers?
Yeah, you guys can go down there and wait.
All right, let's go into the sewers.
So you guys have gone down to the sewers. Kane, you've gotten inside. Now you can choose to do what you want at this point. He did point you in the direction of a specific building where you can go and register to find out what dorm you're supposed to be going to.
I hope I'm in the Slifer Red dorm. Let's go!
Alright, so Kane.
Let us continue the adventure!
So Kane, you are now going to go into the registry office. So you walk inside and you see that there is a man sitting behind a counter. There appears to be a couple people already waiting in line in front of you. And he has a clipboard and a bunch of papers in front of him.
I guess I'll get in the line then.
You go up to him after the first two people have gone through. He looks at you and asks for your letter so that he can see it.
It is right here, my good man.
He takes the letter from you and looks at it, and then also looks back at his notes, and he looks back at you for a second before cocking his eyebrow, and he is going to roll to see if he can discern whether or not it is a forgery. He rolled an 8. He does not discern that it is a forgery, although it may be because he doesn't have his glasses on. So he believes that this is actually real. So then he looks at it and looks at it again. Well, it doesn't appear to have your dormitory written on it, so you get your pick. You have 4 different houses that dot the landscape here. We have the Golem house, we have the sheep house, we have the donkey house, and then we have the dragon house.
Just a quick question, my good man.
Yep.
Which house has the sexiest babes?
Okay, he's going to have to do a wisdom roll for that. Oh my god, he's that funny! Alright. Go to the sheep house, laddie. There's an old saying for them. The wolf in the sheep's house gets all the pussy.
I will go to sheep's house.
Alright, you're put right in there. Keep in mind, it's a co-ed dorm and we don't have light checks after 9 o'clock, so do whatever the fuck you want. As long as you don't burn the building down or cause any unnatural things to pop out of people's auras.
I can do that.
Toddles, laddie. Next. He then shoos you away. Alright, so, Kane, you have successfully fooled them. They have given you he gives you actually a key to get into Sheep House. So Sheep House is going to be your new dormitory. And at the same time, he does not actually give you any other instructions, so you can go to the Sheep House or you can choose to explore.
Let's explore. Let's look around, see what there is.
Alright, do a perception roll. So you notice the 4 different areas that are sort of inside. You can see a little bit of each from where you are, because it's kind of like the center point for all of them is kind of the building where you're at. So you notice the large mage tower in the background. It has kind of a few different spires, but there's one general tower that goes up. It looks like, a couple hundred feet. Then in the surrounding areas, you can see all the different dormitories. They appear to have their own individual communities that operate within them. So there's different little areas to eat and stuff like that.
Well, let's head over to my dormitory then.
Okay, you go over to where Sheep House is. There are signs that point you in the correct direction. And you find the area roughly where the group is hidden under the manhole cover.
Hi, guys.
You can hear him, by the way, because he's talking through the hole in the manhole. It's gonna be
Mr.
bad.
Code's clear.
I'm about to say,
I'm opening it. I'm opening it.
All right, you're gonna need a strength check because it is a pretty hefty manhole cover. Oh! All right, you do your best and you lift it up a tiny bit, enough so that you can see out of it.
I want to roll perception, see if the coast is clear.
Yep, go for it. So you rolled a 15, so you do see that there appears to be people walking around. It is in the middle of the day currently, or near the end of the day. So the sun is still somewhat up. It's still light outside, so there are people walking around.
Alright, I'm going to tell the group that, hey, meet us here at dark.
That's about 2 hours from now. So, Kane, you also have the ability to search around and see if you can find anything else of interest that might be helpful.
Sure, let's do that. Let's do the perception roll.
10. All right. Again, the only really kind of thing that stands out is the mage tower in the background.
Well, let's go look at that tower.
Okay, you travel to the mage tower. You see that the front of the mage tower appears to be left completely open. Inside, you see what it looks like. There are several floors to the mage tower. You're in one of them, and it has this kind of magical crystal that kind of powers the whole building in the middle. There's a bunch of different people around looking through books and reading. They appear to be mostly the professors and the research people involved at the college.
I'm just gonna pull out a deck of cards and start playing cards.
He's inside the building now, so it took him about an hour to get over there. Well, after he's done, looking around inside, we're going to say it's about nightfall, so you guys can actually emerge from the sewer at this point if you want to check again for perception.
I'm opening. I was going to open it up so we can come out.
You're trying to do it, I assume, as silently as possible.
Yep.
Okay, so, like a fucking ninja, you just put your index finger up underneath the manhole cover and lift it off like a pizza. Very gently putting it on the ground next to where you are, and then climbing out of the manhole like a ninja. Belnos, I'm assuming that's a perception check.
Yeah.
You notice that there is nobody around, and if there was, they wouldn't have heard whatever you just did, because you rolled in that 20. You look around, and you don't see anybody really. Maybe in the far distance there's a guard, but he's not alerted to you at all. You're in the shadows. Alright, so you guys have emerged from the manhole. Kane, you have worked your way inside the building. However, it looks like it goes up a fair amount of ways. There's a staircase that leads to what appears to be several upper floors.
Let's go up then, see what we can find.
Alright, so you go up to the next floor. The next floor appears to be mostly made up of books. It looks to be some sort of a library. There are several mages that are there looking through various manuals. There is another one who looks to be at least high-ranking based on how he's dressed, sitting reading a very, very old magical tome.
I'm gonna go up to him and ask him what he's reading.
What is an initiate doing in the teacher's library after hours?
Well, you see,
I'm gonna try and roll a persuasion to convince him that my seek for knowledge has pushed me to these points.
Okay. You try to make the mathematical argument that 2 + 2 should in actuality equal 5 because of some random reason that you've now thought up. The teacher sitting there thinks you were insane and simply shoos you away because he doesn't want to have to talk to another idiot today.
Let's go to the next floor.
Alright, you go up another floor. You appear to be getting into what looks like mage's quarters. There are rooms with names next to them. You're not sure 100% what they mean. Most of them say proctor, which means they're probably a teacher or somebody who conducts business at the college.
Are any of the doors open?
There are 2 doors that are open, one on each side of the little hallway upstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go on to the first door on the left and take a look inside.
Okay, so you go up to the first door on the left, so we are going to roll to see what you see. Oh my god, okay. A gorgeous, naked woman with her back to you. She is looking at herself in a mirror to the side, kind of dolling up her hair, that kind of thing. She is, sorry, I stand corrected, she is wearing black frilly underwear.
I'm going to walk in and ask if she would like some company.
Hang on a second, I need
Are
to
you
roll
sure
for her
that's a good
reaction.
idea?
13, okay, so as you say that, she puts her hand over her chest and gives you a dirty look. What are you doing here?
I am here for some one-on-one lessoning.
Are you trying to do a persuasion?
Sure, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Roll it.
Oh, no.
Oh my god!
Oh, Chad.
17.
Absolute
Okay.
bad.
Okay, so yes, you are successful in convincing her that you are there for a one-on-one lesson. She then proceeds to put on her shirt and begin to take out a lesson book.
We'll start with this.
She opens up the book and looks through it at first to see, okay, so what person are you? Are you the person from the Elemental Magics class, or are you the person from the Theoretical Magic in the World Today class?
Elemental magic.
Elemental Magic. Okay, very good. She looks through the book and begins to go and opens up a page. She looks into the page. It has 4 of the elements on it. It has water, fire, earth, and lightning. And so she says, which one of these would you say most closely resembles you as a person?
Lightning.
Lightning. This means you are unpredictable and shocking to others.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Kane, you're going to have to roll a persuasion-esque roll, and then I'm also going to have to roll for her. Okay, so she rolled a 3.
Not much to beat. Oh, goddamn.
Neither one of you are any more sexually attracted to each other than when you walked in. So she continues to teach you about elemental magic, and you're actually able to learn a bit more, so increase your intelligence by 1 point. She now shuns you out of her room as the lesson is over, and she needs to get some sleep.
Fuck my life, alright.
You have one last chance to persuade for sex.
Ah, yes!
I'm giving you one shot. You gotta take this.
Damn it!
Oh, God. So, you guys are out basically hiding in the alleyways, and you don't necessarily know where Kane is at all.
Where is that little gnome?
Yeah. We told him to be over here at night.
Well, you could, since you are technically all of his friends, you could roll a wisdom check to see if you can figure out where he is.
Okay, I rolled an 18.
Raka.
rolled a
3. Jesus Christ. Okay. Damn, you're reminded of the incident in the tavern where Kane hired a prostitute to poo on your face.
Oh, so my memory came back?
Yes. In this moment, you have actually, your memory has come back and you have realized exactly what happened and why you had poo on your face. And in that moment of rage, you also realize that the only place where you could possibly find Kane is probably the tallest place in the area because he's a gnome and he doesn't like being down low.
Oh shit! I rolled to see if there's any like a sneak to go to the fucking building.
Oh, so you should probably all roll stealth checks to get there. Okay, so you two do successfully. Rock, I still need yours unless you're gonna go pillage the various buildings. 12's still good enough. You made it to the Mage Tower undetected. However, there are still a decent amount of people walking around outside and on the grounds of the building. Kane, you have successfully completed your test, and unfortunately, because you rolled a 9, she will not do anything. She simply kisses you on the forehead and says, maybe next time. Your balls are as blue as they could possibly be.
Going upstairs this.
Alright, you go upstairs. There is one door up there to one major quarters, and it says Arch Mage.
I'm gonna go over to that door and knock on it.
Okay, you knock on the door. Let's roll perception. 17. So yes, the person inside does hear you. They come to the door. They open said door. It appears to be a scantily clad elvish hooker. She asks in a very gravelly voice what you're doing there.
I came to ask the Archduke for some tips and lessons.
Well, he ain't here. Now get out.
Can I just wait for him, please?
No! She slams the door in your face.
Fucking bitch!
You also got because you could see inside the room. You did notice that there was not anybody else in the room besides her.
What was that? Is that the last floor, or is there still more?
No, that is the last floor. You were at the top.
Alright, I'm gonna go down to the bottom.
Okay, you go down to the bottom and you exit the tower. As you do, you see that the others have made their way there, and you meet up with them in an alleyway.
Guys!
So all you guys have met up, so Kane, you can exchange information with these guys because they don't know what you've seen.
I saw movies. Yeah, that was cool. And I got yelled at by a grizzly woman. That wasn't cool.
Oh, let's go back up to persuade the Archduke.
No, he's not there. It's just some hooker.
That is a bit strange that only some prostitute is inside that room.
You know, you got a good point, but sometimes you just can't wait for the hooker to come. You just gotta go, you know?
I am thinking more in the vein that she's there to steal some stuff, so...
Alright, so I'm making my way to the top.
So you just roll 2 d20s. Everybody who's going up to the 4th floor needs to roll.
I rolled a 3 and a 14.
Jam. The first floor, you do not sneak through at all. Fortunately enough, it appears that nobody notices the barbarian walking through the room. The second floor, you were able to sneak through successfully. Velnos, your first roll, you are not much better than Cham. They actually think that you may be a rolling group of comedy actors. So the first floor you're able to get through, however, they do notice you. So they will, if they're asked, they will remember what you look like. Kane, you rolled good 14 and a 19. You are able to go successfully. And Velnos, your second roll in 19 is successful. Raka, you're going to need to roll one more time. The first one is successful, though. You get to the first floor.
Yeah, super spy. Oh, it's 12.
Yeah, that's
Well,
12.
there's one in
No,
there.
that's successful. All right, so you guys make it up to the Archmage's quarters, all 4 of you. The door is still closed and locked. You do not hear anything coming from inside.
Malric, open.
¿Qué dice, muchacho? Abre la puerta, por favor. Cabrón.
Ah, fuck it. I'm taking off the door.
Just rip that shit off.
All right, you rolled. Are you breaking the door down, and you're just trying to break it open with your shoulder, or like splinter it, or do whatever?
I'm pulling it to break it off the hinge.
Okay. You successfully break the door off the hinges. So now there is a clear path into the room. Okay, they do finally notice that you're there. As you look inside the room, you see that it appears to be the same elven prostitute that Kane talked to earlier, along with now the Archmage.
I'm going to draw my rapier and take them hostage.
You're going to take a mage hostage.
Yes.
That's gonna end terribly, but I'm gonna enjoy it.
Okay. So they are still half asleep. So you're gonna get the chance to do this. So you're gonna have to roll intimidation. You're gonna have to roll high. You did not roll high. The page laughs at you. Okay. So Jam, you are rolling to intimidate as well.
Yep.
The mage perceives you. The archmage perceives you as an actual threat and proceeds to shove the elven horror out of the bed and onto the floor with a thud as he prepares to battle you. Everybody roll for initiative against the Archmage. So it's going to be Kane, you, Raka, Archmage, and then Velnos.
A worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary!
Alright, so Kane, you are first up. You can attack. Keep in mind, he is buck-ass naked, so he does not have any armor on his body at all.
Alright, I'm going for an acid arrow to the dick!
Okay.
Chemical castration.
Look, you're gonna have to roll to aim. So you're gonna have to roll to attack. It's pretty much almost an instant attack, and he has like 0 AC because he has no armor on. So that's gonna hit. So you did manage to hit him with the acid arrow in the dick.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 5 total damage this turn. Because that was also a targeted attack, that turns into a 10. So you melted off his genitals. They're gone. He has the anatomy of a Ken doll now. He's gonna have to throw those. So he is extremely pissed. But now it is Champ's turn. Jesus Christ, you hit. What, are you just swinging your sword at him? 13. Okay, you cleaved him for 13 damage. So again, he is buck ass naked. So you just carved right into his butt cheek. Like he's got half a butt cheek now. Raka, it is now your turn. If you would like to continue this.
I'm gonna stab him in that half a butt cheek with my razor. Boom!
Oh my god. Okay.
So why does it go in?
Roll for damage.
This is a triple.
No, it's 1d6. You're
triple
correct.
crit?
You're correct.
It would actually triple this.
It's 2.
So it would triple it, so it would be 6 damage. So 6 damage directly to his butt cheek. He is crawling on the ground, bleeding from his half butt cheek and the gash that is on his side. He's kind of begging, but at the same time, he has enough strength and anger to lash out at Kane just once.
Bring it on, no penis!
You rolled a 9. Kane, you're gonna have to roll a reactionary roll. You kind of figured this was coming after the acid arrow to the groin. 12. You outdid him, so you are able to dodge his attack successfully. Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, Champ, you can go over to the prostitute. She is horrified, by the way, at what she's been seeing.
How much for a quick fuck?
Are you trying to persuade?
Sure.
That is not a very good persuasion.
She hacks in your face.
5 gold.
She agrees. It's a whore. You're offering 5 gold. What do you expect is going to happen?
So I'm busy with her.
Yeah, you're busy with her. So Velnos, it is now your turn. You can choose what you want to do.
I'm gonna do a chokehold on the guy so I don't kill him.
Okay, because he's already very thoroughly damaged and he's kind of older, you are able to grapple him to the ground and hold him down by the neck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep choking.
Okay, you're going to need to roll one more strength roll to see if you can choke him into unconsciousness. You do successfully choke him into unconsciousness. Okay, so is that another roll to choke him to death?
Yes.
He starts to gurgle and choke and cough until he stops breathing. You have successfully killed him.
Alright, so I get done. I'm gonna smack her in the ass, so I go.
Alright, roll Constitution to see how hard you finish. Oh, you finished like a champ. You think you might have
I said for a quickie, not like a long fucking.
It doesn't matter. You finished like a champ. You cracked a floorboard. So she's just gonna pass out there on the floor because she's all tired now. So you guys are now all in the Arch Mage's room, and okay, somebody definitely heard you, but you are going to have an amount of time before they get there.
I roll for
search the room.
Yeah, I rolled to perception to search the room.
Okay, Kane, you got a 6. You find the prostitute. All right, so Champ, you are going to look around, and you see what looks like a crystal ball sitting on the bookcase that is to the left of the Archmage's bed.
I'm gonna go whistle like to get their attention. I'm pointing and I just put it in my bag.
Okay. So everybody roll perception to make sure they notice Cham doing this because he's trying to make you perceive. Okay, Velnos, you definitely perceived it. Yes, do you, Raka and Kane?
So they know I have the crystal.
Yes, they know you have the crystal ball and they know you're putting it in your bag. You're going to murder the hooker.
That's a good idea, actually.
Fuck it. Then I'm going to take it. I'm going to take back the 5 gold. Then after he does it.
All right, just since she's a target of opportunity, just roll attack.
Oh, damn.
As you're about to lay the dagger into her neck, you for some reason have a massive arm spasm and stab your own thigh. Take 2 HP damage.
All right. So if we're just going to kill her, hold up.
That is good enough to hit.
I was going to lift her body, chuck it out the fucking window.
There is a window and it is open. You could do that if you want, and you are fairly high up. So yeah, 10 is enough because she's pretty light and she's also unconscious. So yes, you chuck her out the window.
And I take the gold I gave her.
So you get the 6 gold back that you spent originally.
Yep.
And her conscious body falls out of the window, and I'm going to give her a Constitution roll. Oh yeah, no, she is splattered on the street side. Yes, so there are now no witnesses.
If we chuck him out the window, his body was splattered on the ground. It won't make any sense what the type of injuries are. There will be a shit ton of injuries, so...
Yeah, I mean, he has a fairly clearly amputated ass cheek, but I guess, yeah, if he fell, he would kind of splatter, so it really wouldn't matter. So yeah, you can chuck him out the window if you want. That is enough. Again, he's old. He's kind of scrawny. He's already dead.
I'm also tossing that dagger, so it'll think like she attacked him.
Okay. Do you want to stick the dagger in him?
Sure, fuck it. I'm gonna stick it in the other ass cheek.
Okay, yeah, you stick the dagger into his other ass cheek and chuck him over the edge. So he falls and lands not too far away from where she is. And you guys also now have the crystal ball. Do you want to roll to see if you can steal shit?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else. I mean, he is an Arch Mage. It should be a some kind of staff.
I'm going to check if there's an exit.
I rolled the
God,
high.
okay. No, Cham, you were the highest on that. Alright, so, Velnos, you do discover the exit. You also discover what looks like a chest sitting next to the door. Raka, you discovered a placemat that looks very nice and might be able to be sold for a good sum.
Yeah, he rolls that shit up and tucks it into his jacket. But sell this shit, bro.
I'm going to
Fucking
snap my
bitches
fingers
love
and point at the chest before moving on to the exit.
All right.
Okay, you do that. Kane and Cham do notice that because they also roll high enough perceptions and looking just about the room. Cham, you notice that there is a staff that is leaning up against the bedpost in the back.
All right, I'm gonna grab it.
Kane, you notice that there appears to be a large chest that is tucked under the bed.
I'm gonna pull it out and open it.
Strength check to pull it out because it is rather heavy.
Yeah.
You do manage to pull it out from under the bed.
Open it inside and take a look.
Alright, so you have two chests right now. You have the one that Velnos has, and you also have this one.
So Velnos and Rocket will go to check the one near the door, and me and Kane will check the one under the bed.
So each of you can roll for lockpicking. So, Cham and Kane, you guys try to force it open and are unsuccessful.
Fuck it, I'm gonna break it.
I'm going to pick the lock.
I mean, I hope that works.
Alright, so, Velnos, you are successfully able to pick the lock, and Cham, you are successfully able to break the other chest. So let's roll 2d20s and see what you find. The 6 is going to be the one that Cham opened because he rolled before Velnos did. You find in there, what looks like 50 gold. Velnos, you find in what yours looks to be a rather nice pair of dress clothing that you can wear to any upscale bar or club.
Taking it.
Alright, so you guys successfully raided the room.
I'm also gonna give the staff over to Kane that I got.
Yeah.
Ishmael runs up the stairs and yells at you, "Hey, I hear people. We should probably get out of here before they figure out what we just fucking did."
I'm gonna cast spider crawl and walk out the window.
I'm gonna hang on to fucking Kane.
You're gonna have to roll for. Actually, sorry, you're both gonna have to roll for strength. Kane to stay on the wall and Cham to stay on Kane. Okay, Cham, because you have a lot of strength, you stay on the Kane, and Kane, you have enough strength with the spider crawl to stay on the wall. You guys are successfully at the bottom of the tower.
I'm playing bumping Kane.
Yeah.
How tall's the tower, Mark?
It's like a couple hundred feet.
Okay.
You can probably scale down the tower from the outside. It's just going to take a lot of strength and dexterity.
I'm not gonna risk that.
Do it. I'll catch you if you fall.
You're going to need to roll very high to catch them.
Oh, I can catch the first one.
We'll see. I'm going to have them roll, and they're probably still going to take some amount of damage because you're going to be grabbing them, and you're a giant pile of muscle.
Better be hurt than get caught.
So, Velnos, what are you rolling right now?
I rolled to fucking climb down the window.
Okay, you are not successful in climbing down. So you get down about 30 or 40 feet when your hands are starting to slip off of the brick. They're starting to get tired. You're going to need to roll another strength save to see if you can hold on.
Oh god.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, you rolled a nat 20, so you are able to hold on. You are not coming off of that thing. And you're able to make your way down slowly but surely to get down to the base. Now, Ishmael and Raka are still the only two that are left up there. All right, Ishmael is going to take you up on that offer, and he's going to take that nat 20 and leap out the window. Ishmael needs to roll, however, to make sure that he has a constitution save before he hits the ground. All right, he rolled a 14, so he only takes like 5 damage from that fall. He has kind of like a bruised back, basically, from landing in your arm. So yeah, so Raka, you're the only one left up there.
There's no safe way down?
You can try going through the main building. Ishmael just said he heard people, not that they necessarily knew you were there or what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to sneak out of the building.
All right, you're going to need 3 d20s. Originally it was 2 because everybody on the second floor was sleeping. Now they're awake. 16, 14 are both passes to get through the first 2 levels. However, on the final level, you are confronted by a group of mages that have come as a result of what they have seen outside. They are horrified. The corpses of the Arch Mage and some random elven woman are splattered all over the streets. Nobody knows what's going on. They want to take you into custody. There are 2 gentlemen there.
Hey, gents.
Do you know anything about this?
Nah, man, I'm just here to sell some weed, bro. Like,
Who the hell are you?
I told you, some wizard, like, sent me a little parchment through a crow or some shit, however you guys deliver messages, and, asked for some of the jazz cabbage, and I happily obliged.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm answering your question. Why would you ask a question if you don't want an answer, man?
He's going to call the guards on you if you don't do something very quickly.
I'm just gonna, like, slowly leave, keep going in the direction that I was going.
Are you gonna, like, stealth out of the conversation?
Yeah, pretty much.
Roll a stealth roll then. Yeah, no, he reaches out and grabs you. He's gonna roll a strength check to see if he holds on. He does not. So he reaches out and tries to grab you, but you very quickly rip your arm out of his grasp.
Hey, looky but no touchy, man. I'm getting out of here. I don't want any trouble.
I think you had something to do with this. Guards!
You, like, it's because I'm black, isn't it?
Are we like just walking around?
Well, you guys are kind of in an area, you're like in that same alleyway across the street, so you're pretty well hidden. You don't necessarily know what's going on right now, you're just waiting for Raka out in front of the building. He's still inside getting confronted by these people. You can literally just disengage and just run.
That's what that's what I'm doing. I'm peace.
Okay, you just sprint away, so just do a quick strength check to see how fast you're able to get out of there.
I got a nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah, you got a nat 20. For a second, they see you, and then as they look over, they hear a bird, and they look over to the other side of the street. As soon as they look back, you're gone. At the same time, you suddenly appear next to Cham and the others in the same alleyway.
fuck out of here!
What took you so long? You got them pendejo.
Alright, you're all going to have to roll stealth rolls to get back through the city in order to get back to the manhole cover. And I'm going to roll for Ishmael. So all the rest of you seem like you're okay. Ishmael is kind of lagging behind a little bit, and he accidentally knocks over a barrel in front of a couple of guards. They do notice him.
Run, dude.
However, they do not notice the rest of you. Ishmael looks over to you and puts his hand out and ushers you to keep going.
Nah, I'm getting him. I'm getting him out.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, so who is staying to help out Ishmael and who's leaving? Kane is booking it. He's leaving. So Raka and Velnos, are you going to stick around?
No, I'm leaving.
Stay and convince the guards that Ishmael is just drunk as fuck and we need to get him back home.
So you rolled a 14 for persuasion against the guard. So I'm going to roll for the guard to see if he believes your story. Okay, he's a complete fucking moron. He believes your story, hook, line, and sinker, and says, "Alright, just get him home, laddie. Get him home. Get him in bed. Get some fluids in him, for God's sake. He looks like he's about ready to die."
Skull, Brian. Goddamn drunkard. Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
You caused nothing but trouble.
Ishmael is playing along with you. You guys successfully are able to get him out. You get back to the manhole and into the sewers along with your new crystal ball.